Hey everyone, it's Catherine, and I decided to do a video because if you're in as many planner groups as I am, you know this is a question that's asked pretty much daily by at least one person. How do you store your kits? So I'm going to share how I store mine, and my system is constantly evolving. So hopefully some of the things that I do here will work for you. And if you guys know of any great videos like this, please link them in the comments so that I can see them myself. All right, so first things first, I am upstairs in my personal room. Our family office is downstairs, and this sits on the shelf in there. And this just has, I have a couple in use right now, but the ones that aren't in use, these are the bags that come with my kits. So I keep them all together, and if I need something really quick, I can grab something that's likely going to match what I have in my bag really quickly and just go. Otherwise, things tend to be upstairs. Okay, now, sorry, I'm out of breath today. So let me do this. These are full kits, and they haven't been used yet. And I try to keep full kits completely intact until it's time to use them. The only thing that I will take out would be the stamps, usually, and the washi tape. I have one of those things that's for makeup, but I put washi tape in there, and that's exclusively for subscription washi. So that's something new I started doing, and it's working really well for me. Otherwise, every last thing stays together so that I don't have to fuss looking for it. And now I subscribe to Coco Daisy, MommyLhey. I buy periodically from the 1407 planners, and I'm trying Planners Anonymous. So there's a lot to work with here. As these kits get used up, they get condensed down, and I like these bags, so I'll likely keep using them. And I'm actually likely to take leftover pieces of paper that are cut to these dimensions and put them in here to make my own to-go kits. But for now, the full kits stay together in these bags because I only have so many, and they don't make this type of bag anymore. Now, this is the 1407 planners because I don't have too many of their kits. This is one full kit, and then the navy and blush, they had a deluxe option and then like a mini option. So I had the deluxe, but I also got one of the mini ones in a different size, and I put those together in here. I also have things that were from the grab bag. So like this was from the grab bag. These, I have papers from that in here. So all items from this company that haven't been used yet, they stay in here so I don't have to look for them. Eventually, these things will all come out. Again, it's the like items. They will all come out, and they will find their way into one of these. I actually just condensed the charms and the clips today. So they had been in their own separate boxes, but I'm like, you know what, that's a waste of space. So eventually these things will find their way into probably a 1407 planners only box. So it'll be just the charms or just the die cuts. I try to break it down as best I can to save space, but also so that I'm not going crazy. So like the page toppers and the charms, because theirs are small, will probably all end up in one spot. And then all kit stamps will end up in a box specifically for stamps. These are my MommyLhey stamps. These are only ones that come in the kit. They all live together. So it probably seems like I'm a hoarder, but I actually use all of my stuff. There are only a few things that I really hang on to. These, I was struggling to figure out how to use them, so these are being held back for now. These are actually being saved for a project, as are a lot of these papers. So with the MommyLhey kits, the first thing I do when the papers come, I come, I take them out, I look at them, and you know, just like drool all over them, and then they go in here because I want to use all my floral papers for a big project, and I also share with someone who is not lucky enough to get to buy it themselves. So when they come to visit me, we can go through and make them some nice things. And anything that I printed off from the digital files and stuff, those end up in here, or I owned the artwork that was used in this kit, so that was like a scrap, all goes together. So if I'm like, well, I'm using MommyLhey things, I want it, I know exactly where to go to get it. So these 2 big boxes, they are letter size boxes, and I bought these at Daiso. I will see if I can find a similar item and link that. Now, these are, this is a full kit, and with the exception of some of the sticky notes, everything kind of it wasn't used for various reasons this particular month, so it's all kept together. Eventually I'll just take these 2 items out and they will go and live with their siblings in here. But for now, they're staying in here so that I know these things went with this. And then when that month is over, what will happen to it is it's gonna look like this. Well, this is actually like a mix. This is Cocoa Daisy and 1407 planners. At the end of the month, these things all go and find their way into one box, so that when I need like a tiny notebook, I can just go and grab like a few sheets. I will like decorate my pages and stuff like that with these. So it is good to know I can just grab the box and I have everything. And then all my MommyLhey ones are in here. So this is like all the notepads that have come in her kits. So they all go here, and I think there are some stickers that were too big to fit. Yeah, there are a few things that were just too big to fit in another box, so they went in this one. But because it's clear, you can see in easily. And they all go here, so I know when I need a notepad, I just grab those boxes. And then anything that can kind of be salvaged from my kits. So most of these things, and again, you know, it seems like I hoard, but I do actually use all of these things. It's just when the month is over, I put everything together. So if I want to mix and match, like this was printable. These things have all done time in my planner for the most part, but they end up going with like items into one of these boxes. So I know, like, oh, all of my journaling cards and my bookmarks are right here, and I can just grab them. And eventually, this box is pretty light, and the reason for that is I just have like tiny little scraps, and that's all that's left. And when I need like a small piece for something, like a border or something like that, I will just come and take from this box, and eventually it will be completely empty and filled with something different. This is like sticker sheets where there's pretty much nothing left, except for these, I guess. So they're all like heavily used. This is like the 2nd or 3rd month. And they all go and live in here in one place. So when I combined the 2 September kits, I just went and I grabbed what I had from these boxes. And then eventually, whatever little bits are left, great name for the kit, by the way, they will go and live in there. The only thing that would, you know, it's mostly gone, but still warrants its own box is something like this. It's a seasonal kit, and I want to just be able to grab this this December, late November, and not have to wonder where these things are and fish through several boxes to try to find these pieces. I want it all in one spot. And eventually, you know, like after this year, I'll have more Christmas pieces that can all go in this one box, so it won't be quite so sparse. But that is pretty much how I do it. I break the kits down, full kits to get their own box, and eventually they are broken up into categories. All of my stamps live together. All of my charms live together, all of my papers live together, and for me, this makes the most sense. So yeah, I hope this helped you guys, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and let me know if you want to see more like this. All right, bye.